It's the Rams and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 53 yards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run it with Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stafford hooking up with Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. To throw is Wilson, rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, he'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Stafford on third down. He'll dump this off to Akers. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Seattle. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time. And
this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It'll be Carson. They run for it.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Stafford on 1st down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Returnable for Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there, give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Here's Carson. Trucks over him. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point. On second down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th...
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Going for it all. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw again on second down. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A shotgun snap for Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their play.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! LA football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw out and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise,
and he loses the football a second time, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So the victory here for Seattle.